Why is Cuba an important part of this story? Why you chose to write this article?
Well, I'm born and raised in Cuba. I've lived there until I was 24. I'm a Christian now as of 2021. And Cuba is a huge part of my story because of what it represents in the hemisphere and the world as well. It's the longest running dictatorship in the hemisphere, one of the oldest in the world. And the persecution that people in general, but especially people of faith and Christians, continue facing in Cuba has not changed. It has gotten worse. However, there's been a process of whitewashing the Cuban regime that has resulted since the relations with the Vatican were, established back in 1998 with the visit of John Paul II. Fidel Castro had initially been excommunicated in the 60s, 62, for his support of communist ideology and all of the killings and everything that took place in the beginning of the revolution. So that changed after John Paul II visited. And what's been happening is the perception that Cuba still persecutes Christians and people in the same way has changed. And sadly, the Vatican's failed attempts at diplomacy, and the Vatican wanted to be a mediator when it comes to the United States and Cuba, and using that way instead of just condemning Cuba for what it is, which is a dictatorship, again, the longest running dictatorship in the continent. It has had terrible consequences. We have over 1,200 political prisoners, many of which are priests and pastors and people of faith. You cannot post or say the wrong thing online, and this goes mainly for churches as well. They're monitored. They have people infiltrated. It's just a terrible situation all around. And the purpose of my article was to basically call on the Vatican and just hope that approach is changed, and remind them that they are a moral compass for the world and for Cubans as well. And we're hoping that they will stand once again with the people and just condemn the Cuban dictatorship and realize that attempts of diplomacy with a dictatorship, they're just not effective. Sadly,
Yeah.
It's been tried